It's the NFL on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway here in London. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Bears ready to go on offense, and it's the #1 overall pick leading him out, the Heisman Trophy winner from USC, Caleb Williams.
And we're talking about a young man who proved it at every step along the way. First at Oklahoma, then at USC. Big-time talent, big-time production, and won a Heisman Trophy while playing for the Trojans. Now, the #1 overall pick lands in Chicago, and there's an awful lot of talent awaiting him, and now he gets a chance to utilize those weapons.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Chicago! An even 40 yards for DeAndre Swift. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar, but then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. If that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. ETN up the middle. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the... And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, now how about this return? Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air. Yeah. I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Throwing is Williams. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Tough spot here, third down and 11. To throw, it's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw, Williams. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and 4. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Back to the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
To the air once more, Williams. That one caught by Carter. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
That's complete right side to Kmet. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown Bears. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 7. From midfield now, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 61 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Staying on his feet. Eluding the... But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gabriel Davis, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jags have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Looking to throw is Williams. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They will run straight ahead with Swift, down to about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. They'll start on the ground. Etienne fighting through and he's got space. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, 50 yards. And the Jaguars use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Bears down by 2 touchdowns, 2:24 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. To the air, Williams. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes 2nd down. To throw once more, here's Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
3rd and 4. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.